Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426 and today we have the review of the HGUC or High Grade Universal Sentry GM ground type from, I guess you could say, from the 1 Year War era, or in terms of anime it would be the Gundam Ace or Zero Ace MS team. Now it's pretty surprising that now this comes out. It had like potential to come out a little bit earlier, but that's basically it. So what the kit is pretty much a GM, but meant for ground types. And it's a very basic build, and I really like how it turned out, except for a few stuff. I'm usually positive, or I'm pretty forgiving on minor flaws or stuff, but this time you might hear me like complain on one thing for the first time. So for the review, let's get on to the components. You get the GM ground type. You get one decal sheet with gigantic numbers and small numbers. 3 numbers per, three for each number. So you get 3 zeros, 3 ones, and you get the idea. And you get really big ones. And I only use 0 and 5 on the shield. The way how I chose on 0.5, nothing too special. I had a 10-sided die. I rolled it 2 times and it came out 0.5. So that's what I used. And you have a sticker sheet. I guess I used all of them, and I will explain what part is a sticker. You get only one polycap left, which is a neck joint. So the neck joint that we're currently using is not a polycap, but a plastic piece. You get 2 beam saber hilts with 2 beam saber effects. As usual, I'm just going to show only one beam saber. Of course, you get a shield with some extra gimmicks into it, which I will explain later. You get a bazooka. I've seen these bazookas for a while in games. The first time seeing it in a model or a high grade. You get one machine gun, the typical machine gun that you see, and a ammo clip that can actually be detached. And I'll explain some more details. You get one open hand, so you only get 3 hands. So you have 2 multi-purpose hands for each hand, and 1 open for the left hand. This is mostly for certain poses, in my own opinion. You get a net gun or net bazooka. This is basically a bazooka that shoots nets for capturing mobile suits. And finally, we get this small piece where I'm just going to explain this right away. Is for this part. You have you have options. You can either use this to make it look like it's nothing, or you can use this clip one so you can attach the bazooka onto the back like this, like that. So your choice. Ooh, it just popped out, so I'm not gonna show that anymore, and I'm just gonna return this back to its normal place. Okay, let's get on to the review now for articulations and etc. So let's start with the head. The head is pretty much a normal typical GM head. Now, according to my friends on Facebook, they say that the head looks a little bit different comparing to the anime and Master Grade. Personally, I've built the Master Grade GM ground tower, and it's been a while since I've actually touched it. It's in its box, and I don't really see much difference in my own opinion, but yeah. Of course, well, some people might notice it, some people don't. That's just extra info I want to mention. So the head, nothing too special. You just snap 2 pieces together. You put the green clear visor into it, and there's a head camera there as a sticker, and there's another back one as a sticker as well. So the movement, pretty much average or pretty good, depending on how you look at it. It can go down that much, up that much, and then 360 should be no problem at all, I think. Yeah, it can go 360. Okay, now let's go for the arms. Actually, the arms, nothing too special. The arms have the typical modern high grade movement where you can go up forward like that, but mine's a little bit stiff, but which is good, better than being loose. It can go forward like that, backward not much, and the main shoulder is connected to a ball joint. Well, the ball joint is on the shoulder, and inside the body is a polycap. The arm has your typical 360 twist. It can go outward about 90 degrees, and then the hands are standard ball jointed hands. However, the only main issue I'm having is with the left arm. Is when I take out this hand, sometimes, let's see what happens. sometimes this entire piece comes out where it's supposed to hold on to the ball joint. This is not the part where I'm going to complain. I can pretty much forgive that part. And each arm has these holes that has a polycap inside of it for the shield. And the arm has a, let's see, double joint like that. Very good. And 360, no problem at all. Let's look at the backpack before the body. Nothing too special. Kind of looks like a standard GM backpack, but a little bit more modified into a different concept. These thrusters, they're just connected to a peg, so there's not much movement. There's a little bit of movement, but that's pretty much it. Okay, now for the main body. Also, I just used one of the decals, the small decals for 426 as my signature number on the shoulder as usual. Now the body build was kind of interesting, not the entire build itself, but the way how they connect the pieces. And before that, yes, this triangle is a sticker. And here's the part where I sort of have to complain. These vents, you see these white parts or whitish brown parts? Those are stickers. So the entire vent comes in entirely gray, has the same colors as you see. And they require you to put a sticker on the edges. Really painful or difficult to put them on. And I don't like how mine turned out, so I might have to get some paint and color it. So if there's one thing I have to complain, it's these parts. I'm not sure. Then again, I'm not sure if making a separate color piece would have been possible for the vents for a high grade, unless it's like a master grade. But yeah, I wish they could have done better on this part, but that doesn't make it a bad kit. Just a minor flaw in my opinion. Now the interesting part of the body is that now usually you would see this middle section here will be connected to a ball joint on top and bottom like this. However, the ball joint is in front, and there's a polycap inside the body where you attach it in front. So this gives the effect or gimmick of allowing to do this. And there's a good example. Yeah, the main body is like this. So if you don't, how should I say this? If you don't attach it properly, it will fall off like that. But it does, thanks to that, it does give you some movement like that, forward movement and backward move. So there's not much backward, but forward there is some movement. You can go that much if you wish to do so. And the body 360, because of the bottom section of the body here, it's kind of colliding with the other parts. So unless you pull it out a little bit, 360 is not possible. Now for the waist, nothing too special. You have this front skirts, and you have the option to separate them into separate pieces. Currently, I usually don't separate them. So that's that. It can go outward pretty much. You have the side skirts. Nothing too special. They're connected to one of those polycaps where one edge is a peg and the other side being a ball joint. So not much movement. Back skirt, no movement at all. And you can see there's these clips things on the waist. These are actually the machine gun ammo clips, and they actually attach to the machine gun. The one on the machine gun can also attach here. I actually tested it out. So technically you get 3 ammo clips. Okay, now let's go for the leg. Also, this thing also has a side swivel, just letting you guys know. Let me zoom out a little bit. So 90 degrees up front, no problem at all. Double joint, no problem. Bent. And there's one more sticker I should mention on the main kit is these gray stickers. Then again, I would not have like noticed, badly if I didn't use it. But yeah, what they could have done is these knee parts, these gray parts are separate pieces inside the knee. They could have made it a longer version so the gray part can also pop out here. But that's just my idea. And the feet, nothing too special, just I guess this is technically a double jointed ankle, I guess, because there's another part that moves here, and there's another ball joint for the feet itself. So pretty good feet or ankle articulation. Okay, now we've seen the kit itself. Now let's look at its weapon/equipment. Now one of the most or curious part of people when they saw this when this was like released or coming out, was like the gimmick where they store the beam sabers, and this thing actually does have that. But there's the catch. Also, there is a small triangle sticker right over there for each side, just letting you guys know. So the beam sabers are inside the leg. However, if you want to take them out, unlike the Master Grade version where it slides out, that's not the case. There we go. It doesn't slide out, but they do have like space like this for the beam saber. So every time you want to take it out, you have to take this part out and then attach and take it out manually. There's no like sliding gimmick like the Master Grade. So I'm gonna take one out, and it's a very firm connection, so you don't need to worry about this part falling off. For the beam saber, the beam sabers are I guess it's the longer ones, like the ones you see in Master Grades. Pretty long, and then it will fit in the hand with no problem at all. So there is a hole in the beam saber, but that's for the cover part to store in. There's no peg on the hand for the beam saber, but it can hold it out pretty well. It's just your typical high grade holding hand. I mean, that beam saber holding hand won't fall off. Okay, we've seen the beam saber. Now I think I'll go with the shield because the shield has a lot of stuff. The shield, unlike the Gundam local type, where I believe that thing also has like the ability to make the shield stand on. I think this is like becoming a thing these days, but beyond that, you can attach. There's a peg going on here, and you can attach the arm. My next complaint is that the peg doesn't have that secure feeling when it's connected. It's kind of loose, but if you don't leave it if you just leave it like this, there's no problem. But once you try like touching it or moving it around, it does feel a little bit loose. Pretty much a normal shield, but there's one more gimmick where you can pull this, or you can move this out and then attach this to the arm like this, because these shields also work as some sort of knuckle weapon. I forgot what they're called. I might need to check the instruction manual for that, but yeah, as you can see, I just dropped the part as usual, and I don't know, this one it's kind of awkward to pose in for my standards. I don't know why it's not attaching, but yeah, you can do it as if it's like fisting a mobile suit, or their enemies. Yeah, and it's pretty loose. Okay, I'll just say it's kind of loose, so you might need to do some painting to tighten it up. There you go. And yeah, kind of loose. So the only two complaints, if I have to say, are the loose shield connector and the vent stickers. Okay, next up is the machine gun. Pretty much standard machine gun that we see in the anime. You can attach it. Has the holster on the back, ammo clip, nothing too special, and you have the side handle. But however, the thing is, I haven't gotten this to like hold it on both hands yet. I'm still not sure how to do that. So those who know how to do it will have no problem at all. Next is the net. Oh, what the? Okay, here's the net bazooka, and it's pretty much your standard bazooka holding type hand. And this one I believe has no problem like holding the bazooka. I believe because the handle can go forward and backward. And there's two stickers. One being the red sticker you see in front of the bazooka right here, and the green long sticker right here. It's kind of funny they actually added this weapon onto this like kit. I never expected to see this to come out as a high grade weapon, but I'm fine by that. But this weapon at least is capable of holding in both hands, because I have actually tried it. It's just kind of tricky, but it's possible. Let me actually try it once. Come on, get in the hand. There we go. And I believe in the box, or in the promo page, it's like doing some sort of like the GM Sniper Master Grade. It's like in this pose, but high grades, some high grades have trouble doing this, but this one has no problem or issues at all. Okay, lastly is the bazooka, the normal bazooka. Come on, take it out. And this one requires you to take off the handguard and then attach the bazooka, so I'm going to do that. What you do is basically attach like that, So basically, this doesn't give you a trigger finger. And thank you for one of my commenters or viewers told me that I used the word basically too much. I think I used a few times in this video, but I will try to fix that. And now we have the bazooka. No problem holding it, no issues at all, because the handle can also move. Well, okay, sorry for the cut. It's been almost 60 minutes, so I had to cut the video. Basically, this was the review of the High Grade Universal Sentry or GM Ground Type review. This kit is very basic in the build, however, uses or is pretty much built on the Revive tech, so it can post off most poses, as you can imagine. The only complaint would be the stickers used on the vents and the shield connector. The peg kind of having a insecure feeling into it, so I wish they could have done like better or used a longer peg or used a double joint somehow for that we usually see in other GM kits. However, if you are okay beyond that, this kit is very recommendable. I mean, this mobile suit kind of deserved or was like kind of like required a High Grade Universal Sentry to come out, but it's really good. It's a really good thing that this came out as a based on the Revive tech or after Revive technology. So one thing that I guess I should mention would be the upcoming HGUC Blue Destiny Unit 1 Revive. I would have to assume that most parts would be kind of similar in a way, or especially the way how it stores the beam saber. So I'm assuming it, but I'm also kind of hoping or kind of excited for that kit to come out soon in the future. Anyway, thank you for watching the review. If you found this review helpful or informative, please like my videos and also subscribe to my channel. I still have more kits to buy and build, so please stay tuned. And also, if I got anything wrong or if you guys have any requests, leave a comment below. Until then, see you guys next time!